Look at this beautiful man. Look at him staring off in the distance, thinking about the future. And the future, you know, where the final days doesn't happen and nothing bad happens at all to him. Not even in the slightest. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker MSQ series. We're still on Elpis. We've got our buddies here, Hyflodeus, Emmett Selk, Hermes, and little Meteon. So we found out some interesting stuff last time about this thing called Dionysus? I forgot how they said it. But there's like this emotional energy, like Akaza, which Hermes is investigating. I mean, Meteon is a product of that. Not only her, but her sisters. Apparently, he's already sent her like creatures of her make around the stars. And I'm wondering how that's going to tie in with this final days stuff. But either way, we're here. I see a plus because of it now. I'm not doing that now. But it's good to know that we're here with friends. Emmett just can't get enough of me. He keeps staring at me. Please, Emmett. I know you like me, but... The prodigal familiar returns, after causing all manner of trouble. While we're on our meeting, I'm sure. Were you able to get some rest? Please do not hesitate to let us know if you're feeling tired. Aware of my exhaustive, scarce resources, I'll be fine. Unlike, you know, unlike what you guys think, I can actually survive for long periods of time.
I'm glad Hermes saw the flowers. Thank you, Vigbar. It will help, I hope. Today will be difficult for him.
Oh, does he have to actually do it? Verdict and execution. Hermes appears solemn and sorrowful.
An all too brief interlude. Perhaps it is time I attend to my next task. As Emmett Selk and Hyflodeus are aware, we reached a verdict regarding the fate of the icons. 7 were created for observation. And all 7 must be unmade. Oh.
Sorry, buddy.
Doris has followed the correct protocols, and as Chief Overseer, I could find no fault in his judgment. The icons will disrupt the natural order, ravaging and consuming other species until they themselves starve and perish. They cannot be released into the wild, and they cannot be allowed to remain here in Elpis. I intend to petition to the Board of the Architect to have the concept preserved as a restricted purpose hazardous life form. How Laius has pledged to support me in this endeavour. Yet, whatever the Bureau decides, the existing icons have served their purpose. Doris has already isolated the creatures, preparing the character necessary measures. I will join him forthwith. It is my duty to witness the conclusion to the study. Well resolved, and we have but to accompany you. Of course. Let us be then. Off then. Return to the main aisle.
Yeah, it certainly feels like an execution of these poor creatures, but I guess, like, what else can we do? It's their order, it's how they've decided to deem their lives. These creatures didn't, but the problem is these creatures didn't know what they were getting into. They were born into this situation where they can no longer go on and live. They're not allowed to. Kind of like how Emmett sees us when we're sundered, that you can live, but you must be unmade for our civilization to be alive. They were planning to use the residents of the source to do that, to be fair, so I guess here we go. Oh. They kind of like the Terminus boys a little bit. Oh, but this doesn't look good actually. Are you okay, buddy? I thought you guys were like all powerful and this would never happen to you.
Doris, are you hurt? What happened here?
Oh, they caught me off guard. Have them bound in a fail shackles, but they became frenzied, even more so than usual, and broke free. I think they knew what was going to happen. I was able to stop 4. The other 3 escaped.
I see them. 2 have taken to the air above the 12 wonders.
The last is up ahead, lurking in the fields. I'll deal with that one.
You and Zigbar handle that one. The pair in the sky you can leave to us.
Yes, master.
This is how it ends, and so be it. I'll render assistance to Emmett Salk, and needed though it is.
He's powerful. I don't think he's that powerful.
Meteor, you stay here of Doris. But, Hermes! The icons have been reverted. I will spare you their pain. And mine. I like their relationship. This is my burden, not yours. But if you intend on helping, then please follow my lead.
Oh, I guess I'm doing this then. I mean, I have got the powers of Gunbreaker, so I can bring out my Gunbreaker sword if needs be. But like, oh, Shell Shock just playing at the moment. I see. Oh, going to do this, shall we? Big shit is happening. Oh, it's flying too. Look at this boy. Hermes. I see it.
Big stealth. I appreciate your help and lament that it is necessary. There it is, our quarry. I'm in striking distance at present, but if it feels threatened, it may well flee beyond our reach. Here's my plan. Approach slowly in full view and draw the icon's attention. Now I warn you, its abilities are as fierce as its temperament. Once it spots you, it will unleash orbs of flame. Fear not. By any measure, you are more than equal to the task. Withstand the onslaught for a few beast moments, and now it could be time to catch you unawares. Ready? Let's go!
Okay. Let's fuck shit up. Oh god. I don't even remember how to play as a Gunbreaker. I think it was these stuff. I can use this to get my full bar, maybe. I'm a little bit stronger with Gunbreaker too. I added like skills to it, and I'm also level 90 too, which is quite cool. My first level 90 character, I think. No, I think White Mate's my first level 90, but I did Gunbreaker and Red Mage too, and I need to get Green up to 90. Which is good, because I'm glad I was able to get them all up before I finish Endwalker. Quite nice to do. Oh god, there's two of them now. Okay, right. This might be a thing I need to call Persimmon for. Obviously, I'm not going to take a lot of damage here, but I want to make sure I don't die at all. I am not using my my burst. That's probably why I'm not doing as much damage as I could, probably. There we go, done. Now what? Wait. I mean, Hermes, he didn't do shit, he just stayed there. Oh god. Wait, this isn't my sword. This is the wrong one.
Now.
Yeah. But you didn't come out in a good direction, did you? Makes sense that Hermes would win, considering how speedy he is in Greek mythology. Oh, he's so concerned.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me.
Oh.
May you and your kin find peace.
It's sad thinking that this is kind of the same person who
Wherever
caused
your
this in the
souls may
final
drift in
days.
the underworld. May you find tranquil seas.
I care so much about them. Makes me sad.
Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again. Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own. Live again, if that be your desire.
Be a maid.
If that be your want, we are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high, fly free.
You gonna be nice, Emmett, or are you gonna be mean?
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
That man, I mean.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing.
You can hear Fandango and that.
Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction?
Oh, he's right.
I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Fandaniel, it would be tantamount to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right.
Maybe. What is right?
To be torn by such thoughts. I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes,
What?
please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Oh. Hey, don't be angry. Come on, buddy.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts.
Maybe he sees it as an opportunity to change things.
Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis
I
no
see.
trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
Hythlodaeus is the one who, like, is the guiding light here. Yeah, it makes sense. He's quite a good person.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I will. I hope you do too. Alright, we're not going to see him again to the end of this area, I guess.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Sure.
Aye.
We go back with our travelling companions, Emmett and Hythlo. Hythlo and Emmett? Are you going to teleport me back, or are you just going to leave me in the middle of the field? It'd be nice if you teleport me, game. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been quite an exciting visit for you thus far. But you weren't injured, were you? Good, good. That's why I don't know why I gave you Emmett's voice. The other Lycons have been taken care of. The incident resolved and life in Epsis continues as normal. Or ends as the case may be. Actually speaking, I understand Hermes' argument. No matter how well deserved the rest, there is a pang of sadness when a colleague leaves us. Yet never has his departure caused me such grief as Hermes appears to feel. What must it be like to experience such torment? I don't know. It's interesting, right? Travellers at the crossroads. Hythlodaeus wishes to speak plans for your remainder of your visit. Yeah, I haven't really discovered too much outside of Dynasty, which I already knew about, to be fair. Where to now? If there's anywhere you'd like to visit before we leave, I should be glad to show you the way. Hermes has not yet outright refused his position in the convocation, merely postponed the decision. As such, I may as well resume my assessment. If we cannot accompany him, then I'll content myself with questioning his colleagues. Oh, but I want you to come with me, Emmett. Be ever the pragmatist, allow me to remain your humble guide. And what of you, Zigbar? Will you be coming along with us? I mean, I am your guide, aren't I? Wonderful! Our fellowship travels unbroken. I say we follow another part of Elpis and see what new encounters there are to be had. You would follow me. We will go head back towards Anagonosis. Sounds like a plan. Oh, wait, why are we stopping? That's not Anagonosis, that's a point along Anagonosis. I didn't even fucking realise I'm at level 87. What the fuck, really? We already here? I don't know if I want to be here at level 87. I feel sad now. Oh. Oh shit. And I assume the trial is still going to be at level 89, as it was before with 79. Didn't we part ways with Hermes not far from here? Given the size of Helpus, I expect our paths will cross again before long.
Yeah. From here, we follow the path northwards toward Nautilus. There we'll find one of the news which facilitates travel between the island of Elpis. First-time travellers must be accompanied by someone with requisite permission, which have previously been granted. We're going to use the device together once, and thenceforth you'll be leave us to use it freely. Shall we? Yeah. Sounds exciting. Oh, we're going up there. Okay, that's cool. Well, I guess we'll see this place later and go off to somewhere cooler for a little bit. What the fuck is that thing? Oh, it's a bigger... It's an LFG enemy, so I'm going to leave it alone for now, but... Very cool. I feel like this area is kind of like Sea of Clouds, but done a lot more interesting. Like, it's not just floating islands in a massive sky arena. It feels like an actual floating citadel, kind of. Reminds me a little bit of Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Antiquity, I think it's called. Really cool area. Unless the need is pressing, I won't be tracking Hermes in my ethereal sight. It's poor manners to spy on someone's coming, so going in such a fashion, so don't ask. Social conventions notwithstanding, perceiving Aether requires deliberate and intense concentration, and we otherwise keep our eyes in the corporeal world. Here we are, Nautilus. This noose will take us to Calamelios Zephyros, the western island. That's it, right there, looming largely over us. Step this way, and we can soon admire the view from above. See, if this was Stormblood, we would be finished with Epsis now. We'll come back later to do all this. Elpis, not Epsis. Don't know why I keep calling it Epsis. Gonna give us the introduction, Emmett? No. Ah, this is like an A5, but a tunnel. I'm always the last one up here, aren't I?
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros.
Okay, I got it close.
Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos.
Okay.
Right then. Let's begin by...
Ooh. Oh, it's one of these little guys,
Well,
little spiggin.
An Arraius. How delightful.
What's he doing? Got a little rock. What's he looking for? Oh.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Yeah, what is that? Giant shark lad?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago.
I love Emmett. He's like, what the
Sharks
fuck?
are among the
What
most
the
popular
fuck?
sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept.
Yeah, but it's not going to do anything bad to us,
At
is it?
first, they were largely orthodox. Consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight. Another, superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end, I couldn't deny their passion. Here we are.
I don't know if I got screen lock on or off. Whoa! Who is it? Is it who I think it is? It sounds like a female's voice. Oh.
That was too close. Are you unharmed?
Oh my god! It's her!
Well now,
It's Fanat!
if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Your familiar face.
Benar, that we should meet you here.
It's Heidelin. But it's not. She had a little mask. Of course she did.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority.
Oh my god, she was
Even
part of
after stepping
convocation.
down, she carries on with her work.
Sting.
Benar is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
Oh my god. And now you're like, I'm like, wait, what? My mum was with me? Had my job?
Well. Less so, Emmett Selk. I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number.
I like that these two are like a rivalry.
So young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
This is amazing.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
How is he, if I may ask?
Yeah, they're addressing it as he. So apparently, someone else playing, I know who's doing this, they are addressing it as she for her character. So it's definitely us.
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale.
I want
in
to
its
do that. That
entirety
sounds
later,
fun.
if
And
you're
we had
so
Hell's Lid, I guess.
Oh, you know I am.
It's weird seeing us talk normally.
You are?
Crystal, here, I don't know who I am. You know, shit.
I say, have you perchance come from the future? I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you.
Yeah, you fucking ensnared me, or fooled me anyway.
Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
Oh shit! What? This is really not good. How would they not know about it then?
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
Yeah, you've
A
fooled
traveler's
me.
ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Oh god. Answers, constant answers right now. Just get answers for all my like 12-year-old questions. Like, why am I able to be protected? That sounds like the blessing of life. I'm gonna make some primals because you don't know what that is. I don't think they even call them primals. It's a term that we picked up.
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection.
Interesting.
I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Hold on. From the future? That's absurd.
I can't tell him about what I do. I don't know, I don't want to. Oh, it will be really sad if we have to talk to him about that.
What is it? Are you unable to speak of the matter?
I mean, if I do, the future's gonna be fucked. I don't want to, because your world doesn't exist.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final day.
I can't say anything. We're gonna break reality.
Shape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
We were told that we can't say anything to prevent what happened.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours.
What does that mean? What, is this multiverse theory? Is this actually multiverse theory?
How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the
I am
unknown,
too.
and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge. So you needn't worry for us.
Amazing.
More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your
So
quest.
no matter what we do, this will, I don't know if the final days will occur, but we might be able to help these people. It was not part of our own timeline.
Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
I don't know, you're asking some big questions of me. What is it, buddy?
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
I'm sorry, buddy. And Dav kept a little secret from you.
As a representative of the Convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
Oh shit, he's gonna beat me up if I don't. Oh, Emmett, why are you so mean? Oh, okay, Emmett.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation?
Yeah, I don't want to mention this like some
I've
weird...
been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation at Poiton Oikos.
Even if it's not agreeable, I've got a whole future thing to talk about with you guys.
We were meant to meet. I am certain of it.
I'm a little confused with the whole like time thing, but I think I kind of understand
Else
what
I
they're going
wouldn't have marked
for.
you so clearly, and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
Well, it's not you who did it, it was Heidelin. I mean, you are the heart of Heidelin, but that was from a host of other voices combining together. You were the primary voice, obviously, but it was like a machination at all of them. Oh my god, we're actually here of fucking Heidelin. This is weird. The future, our future. I'm definitely curious to hear more, not you too, High Flow. And now I thought you are harmless stray familiar. As far as I'm concerned, this nebulous talk of the future, this changing history, that can wait. That can wait. First, I mean to find out who exactly you are and what you hope to achieve here. I don't want to tell you about how I killed you. That'll make me sad. My apologies, but before we move along, a colleague has tasked me with a matter with which I would rather not leave unresolved. It involves finding a certain concept engraved crystal and the quick-fingered aureus which made off of it. Oh, we saw that. An aureus, you say? I think we might have seen a couple before being distracted by the business with the shark. Would you like us to follow its ethereal trail? I would, of course, lead us only to the aureus. There is no guarantee that it hasn't dropped or stashed away the crystal you seek. Please, even then much that would be enormously helpful. While you are hunting down the thief, I can follow behind and scour the forest floor just in case. Could I ask you to join the search? Would appreciate another pair of eyes to cover that land to the west of here. Oh, sure, I'll get on it. Many thanks. There's a small bridge leading into Poiton Oikos. Let's meet up there once we've exhausted our efforts. Guess we'll get on this then. Do the old investigation. Over here. Oh, it's one of these things. This is like the things that the hunter person was trying to kill in Shadowbringers. They're all just chilling out here like these giant creatures. I assumed they were regular enemies, but I didn't know by what extent they were. Anyway, I'm looking for a small Orion boy. Is it? I see a ladder fell over there too. Concept crystal. Okay, I think I've actually got it. Nice job, Flower. That was some good searching about. Kinda. A little bit. The thought was definitely there, and he had an idea that came to fruition. In some ways. I don't know what... I was thinking about it before I had a look at the last recording. I don't know what Meteon was looking at. I don't know if it was Vanilla or not. I don't think it was, but... there's definitely something going on with her. Big monitors. The Azims, both mentor and student, are a force to be reckoned with. I find them a delight personally, but they have a habit of making MSL look as if you spit down on a sour grape. Amazing. The problem you present is vexing enough without adding the old Azim into the equation. He wonders why these lines upon my brow go deeper when she herself wields the hammer and chisel. Very good. Our last search returns. I am afraid the aureus no longer had the crystal, nor was I able to find it as I followed in its wake. I suppose he fared any better. I did actually. I got the crystal. The crystal! Well done! Wonderful. Now I can full focus on your tale about that missing concept nagging at my mind. Have you always had a knack for finding things? I mean, as long as the game had, maybe. I've also been asked to do so. Yeah. I've been asked to do a lot of side quests in my time.
Oh, you too. Some of us seem destined to always be searching for ourselves, and I kind of love the fact that she's like us to some degree. It's great. Long ago, when I held the seat of Azem, I was sort of trekking back and forth across the star in search of answers to people's problems. I mean, that's what your song's about, answers. Naturally, the need for such journeys have lessened considerably since I entrusted the position to my whimsical successor. Yet, I am still eager to come running about should an old acquaintance or new interest require my personal attention. That is what brings me to Elpis, in fact. Many times has my presence been requested, my opinion sought concerning the habitat of this or that creation. Agreeing to help locate that missing crystal is a minor distraction, which now promises to become a major revelation. How strange and wonderful it is the way one thing leads to another. Wouldn't you agree? I like how adventurous and explorative she is. Yeah. It's out. Buddy. A past not yet come to pass. I like that. Venar is in a cheerful mood, when isn't she, so far? Thank you again for your timely help. Now then, it is time I return the stolen property. If you would go on ahead to my accommodation, I'll join you as soon as I have attended to that task. Follow the path straight ahead to the building at the top of the slope. I have the entire place to myself, so we can speak without fear of being disturbed or overheard. Oh nice, you've got a whole like little island for yourself? Very good. Make our way up. I thought that was Highflow for a second, but it's someone else. They all got very nice hair. I quite enjoy. Okay, wait, there's an eighth one. Let's go grab that before we do anything else here. Okay, I think it's time to spill the beans to our buddies. Highflow. Emmett Selk and fucking... if you told me this would be happening back at the beginning of A Realm Reborn or even at the end of Heavensward, I would laugh at you and be like, what? What a preposterous idea. You need to be nervous about Venar. Those white boys mark her as one fair and impartial reasoning. Aside from the emissary, such garb is worn only by those who have stepped down from public office to serve as advisors. Whatever you have to say, she will listen without judgment. Yeah, Eledibus is like a kid at this point, right? Yes, this will be far more comfortable than interrogating you on the side of the road. No, you're not interrogating me, Emmett, please. Welcome to my temporary abode. Please make yourself at home while I pour on some tea. Oh my god, we're getting fucking tea from Heidelin herself. So weird. Amazing too, I love it. Look at all of us in our different coloured robes. My children. This is Answers!
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit. There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like.
Yes. I like tea.
Now then, will you tell us your tale?
I got a lot to tell you. What do we want to start with? Realm Reborn is kind of boring. Stormwood is a little bit slow. Could start with Heavensward, but Heavensward's kind of not part of the story. Shadowbringers, I guess? So, I know this guy who ran a saltery, and... Oh, okay. The ward has been sundered, broken and sharp. Man's Makai has been forced to flee the star. A calamity called the Fire Days is before the world. I'm gonna say the last one. They don't know what the Fire Days is.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Oh god, that's a lot of story to tell. They're gonna require more than one cup of tea for this. Around my born, Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and now Endwalker.
That's not even mentioning all the Alliance raids, normal raids, and Trial series, and Mandeville quest lines, and side quests, and Aether Current quests, and fucking Relic quests, and Mother Crystals, and Extreme dungeons, and Ultimate dungeons, and even Savage dungeons, and PvP, roulettes, fucking crafting or gathering, and fucking you being a fucking twat, Emmett, in the future and causing all this terrible stuff to happen as we have to fight you multiple times in a fake Amarot, and it's just a terrible time for everyone involved. Highflow, you're like a ghost. Vanar, you're like trapped inside the earth and sort of like a crusty pie, basically. Yeah, Zodiac, you're like worshipper. There's like a primal. You know, the world is like crumbling. It's pretty terrible. But we go to the moon at one point, which is kind of cool. And we get to see some Vokshies. Well, not actually Vokshies. And yeah, it's just a lot to take in. Not a story, by the way. It's actually happened. I'll show you in New Game Plus.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
Oh, buddy.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
You know?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days,
First final
it's
days.
difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did.
Yeah, why would you become a primal to stop
Why would I
Zodiac?
feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless.
Why would you
No.
do it?
There must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic
I
measures.
mean, they sacrificed half the world to summon Zodiac.
Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide.
About Dynama or
That
whatever.
it's of import to your mission
Kaza.
is plain. But your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance.
I mean, Alpha stands for hope in Greek.
But what could it be?
It's all about hope.
What are we meant to accomplish?
I don't know, but this is really fucking cool.
Might it not be simply thus? In the future whence he came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
No. No, don't say that. High Flow. I want my own world to
Theoretically
survive.
speaking, it is a possibility.
No.
Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically.
Yeah, it's true. Why don't you just send me straight to
Perhaps
Amarot?
to an Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
But you were here during this time. Same with Emmett and High Flow. At this point, Eledibus decided to come here, of all places.
True. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which he must return.
It was Eledibus who did it.
By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Weird.
Hardly any. But we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight.
It was like a backup plan.
Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
So what did you do?
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
I like how Hyphus is given the pessimism answers.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
So cool and weird.
Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale?
You don't believe it?
Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory.
So why did you create it?
Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable?
To fight for the fate of one star or another. That's why he did it.
Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren.
Oh! No!
You do not know me.
I don't. I want to know you, though.
I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Emmett, no! Come on, buddy! Oh.
Emmett Selk, wait!
Can't handle it. I don't really blame him, to be honest. Like, how would you handle something like that? Revelation. She seems
You've
awful.
seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
About the Dynamis, maybe? The fucking feelings and stuff? Dynamis is key to all of this.
Ah yes, the energy distinct from ether. Though not my field, I have a basic understanding of Dynamis. And you say Hermes researched the phenomenon in the course of creating Meteon? Yes, I believe this warrants further investigation.
I'm gonna go back there and have a look. Together?
With that settled, it is time for action.
Hell yeah, it is.
The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer.
I also want to save this world now, too. Now that we know we can.
I will aid you in your quest.
Okay, Heidelin. I mean, Banar.
Have faith. If Emmett Selk is the man Azum described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
He's a good man. He'll be back. He's preposterous at times, even a little angry. But one thing is, he has duty, and he won't see his world destroyed. Now he knows that this calamity is coming. What a fucking scene! Oh, again, I was getting a little bit not teary-eyed, but a little bit welling up there. Oh, game is just continuing to hit it out of this stuff. Shall we begin our investigations then? I am acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. First, I suggest we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who live here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and have a good idea of where we may begin. I love this. I love the fact this is now a reality where we might be able to change it and actually help them. Like, we can come back here whenever we want, right? I mean, we've got time travel. We're basically creating an alternate reality here, which is really weird to think about. I kind of love it. Hey. See the woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Ismene. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis. and from what I recall, she has held a position here for quite some time. Jesus. Chances are she can provide us with some insight. Go and ask your questions. I'll help with drawing out answers if need be, and when you're good at that, like I said before, answers. But I'll leave the choice of topic up to you. Wait, choice of topic? What do you mean choice of topic? Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Oh, so one of these things. Okay, I got some questions for you. Greetings, Ismain. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge him. Certainly, Mistress Fanan. Anything to be of service? What do you wish to know? What kind of person Hermes is? What are Hermes' interests? Well, we know what kind of person Hermes is. What are his interests, so? Interests? Well, he is an authority on flying life forms, and expansive knowledge of living creatures in general. So you wish to know? Oh. How do you describe him as a person? As a colleague? Oh, now Highlands is asking my question. He is a quiet man, reserved and you might say, occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His recipient nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as Chief Overseer. I hope that answers your question. Is there anything else? How long has Meteon been here? Do you know of Meteon's? How long has she been here, actually? Not rightly say. As the Chief's personal creation, Meteon has not been subjective to observations, so it's like other concepts. So in pet postulate, I guess. So one day she was simply there. And what do you make of her abilities? I understand that she is highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly in one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I've not yet had occasion to speak of Chief Hermes. Do you wish you knew him better? Do you trust him? I like that second one. Do you trust him? Beg your pardon? I've known Chief Hermes for many years, but I cannot say we are close. He has never withheld information to protect him of our to our duty. Is that what you mean? Forgive us. We seem to have veered off course here. Is there perhaps someone else who could tell us more about Meteon? That would be Tiamis. He has a similar expertise of flying concepts. He's more than eager to discuss the subject. You'll find him collecting his observations on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourse, so it's okay to keep your answers concise. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there's all else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay. Come, Sigmar. I think we've taken enough of Ismin's time. Yeah, so as I can gather from this, we've gathered jack shit. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here I propose we split up. I should clearly make an inquiry of resident observers. Check down the colleagues Ismin mentioned. Although I feel compelled to take the reins of that previous conversation, your fearless style of interrogation will eventually lead you to the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you've finished speaking with this Timaeus. Let's go find him, shall we? He's over there. Sneaky boy. Oh, this is very pretty. You've chosen a very pretty place to stand over here. Yes, I am Timaeus, but please keep your voice down. Start the buds. Oh, another one of these. Okay. Begin asking questions. I am the inquisitor when it comes to this stuff. I ask the worst questions. So what is it you wish to speak about? Is it true you're an expert on flying creatures? What do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creatures? Yeah, that one. I don't have an R here. Chief Hermes' work. Worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favourite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the Chief's creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others that traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive of such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form, above all else, are dumbfounded by his genius. Why not make his process Meteon 2 as a marvel then? Yeah. She's like Bird, kinda. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Meteon as a concept, I've never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I don't know if she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes refused to submit Meteon's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analysing a colleague's creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if you came to me, fellow artisan looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. You know of Dynamis and Entelechies. I can tell you more information if you like. Yeah, why not? No. They'll not just explain how I was found upon. Oh no! Let's see Shannon. I hope to see him because oh, okay. Good. I survived. Oh no. Never mind. I think I was just bored to death. I've fallen asleep. So you see, ethically, I have no choice but to allow you to disclose Meteon's lesser known qualities. Very good. I'm glad we finally got there, mate. Dynamis and Entelechies. Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited the properties of one or another? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. And you know how they relate to Meteor and her design? No. Then why bring up the subject? I'm glad that you saw my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now I must really return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to. I kinda do. I'm glad we wasted about 20 minutes talking to you, dude. Okay, let's head back, shall we? I think we're gonna call this episode there. It flew by in terms of content. We met Vanar. We found out this is like a multiverse theory, so we can actually probably save these people, which I'm quite excited to do. And it's kind of cool. I like the personality Vanar has. She's like kind of like us a little bit, but she has a voice. This is how I imagine the Warrior of Light would be in some regards. Ah, good timing. I finished my own investigations not long ago. So, have you any new findings to share? I see. Even an expert in the field had little understanding of Meteon's capabilities, let alone an awareness of Dynamis. My question resulted in much the same answers. Hermes' colleagues viewed Meteon as his personal project, and can provide no details beyond but those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe that the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but information is needed if we are to reach any definite conclusions. We're gonna have to tell him about it then. Well, I guess we're getting that next time. I hope you enjoyed this part of Final Fantasy XIV. A lot of shit went down in this part, a lot more than I was expecting. We met literally Hylian herself, who's currently looking at me like I'm like her son, which I kind of am in some regards. She's like my mentor, my teacher. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next part. Goodbye.